Hi everybody. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love this time of year. I love autumn, I love the changing colours and the trees and the leaves, but most importantly, I absolutely adore going on a mushroom hunt. I love finding as many different examples of fungi as we can when we're on our walks, and so do my children. They love it too, and they go running off and they shout, "Mum, there's some fungi!" And I head over with my phone and I use my sea cap and we find out what variety we found. So today we're going on a mushroom hunt. Well, you could come on a mushroom hunt with us via the book. So here we go. Summer was over. Rain had come and gone, filling the pond and fattening the fruit, settling the dust and soaking into the earth. It was time to go on a mushroom hunt. So they're donning their wellies. The woods loomed in front of us. Woods are the best place to go on a mushroom hunt. Under the trees, it was very quiet. Only the odd falling leaf disturbed the stillness. The air smelt damp and mushroomy. But where were the mushrooms? Where would you look for mushrooms? Suddenly, we started seeing mushrooms everywhere. They grew out of dead leaves or in deep green moss. They grew in big yellow clusters on old stumps. They grew straight out of tree trunks like little shelves. There were young ones just out of the ground, firm and fresh looking, and old ones all tattered and soggy. Yeah. So we've got some just popping out of the leaves. We've got some growing on stumps. Lots of different varieties. I pulled up a large grey mushroom growing out of a pile of dead leaves. Some of the leaves came with it, matted together by a web of cottony fungus threads. All through the leaf pile, a fungus was secretly growing. The mushroom was just its fruit, pushed above ground after the rain. The fungus was always there, spreading underground, feeding on the leaves, helping them rot down into fertile soil. Without fungi, the woods would soon choke and die. And that is one important thing to remember, I think, is that when you see mushrooms, you know it's healthy. Under a birch tree, we found a group of bright red toadstools with white stems and flaky spots on top. They were poisonous fly agarics. Some mushrooms are so poisonous that even a little taste can kill you. These ones were not as poisonous as that, but it was better not to touch them. So, those ones are very poisonous, the red fly agarics, the very toadstool looking ones. So they're just having a look. I love this, how the artist has been able to paint all of the trees and the leaves. Absolutely beautiful. Ruthie found 5 puffballs growing in a row and started stamping on them one by one. We love doing that too when we find puffballs. Each time she stamped on one, a little cloud poof, poof, of brown spore dust burst out and drifted away. Millions of spores floated through the air, each one too small for us to see. I love this book because we've got lots of different pictures and explanations of all the mushrooms. From mushrooms everywhere, spores were drifting, from the tiniest fairy mushrooms to the largest mushrooms of all. We picked some huge chunky seps that we found hidden under the ferns. One was as big and round as a cake. A family of woodlice was huddling underneath the cap. One or two of them curled up and fell onto Ruthie. "No, thank you," she said. My kids love woodlice. There we go. So we've got some teeny tiny little ones there. Look, we found some like that on our mushroom hunt. We wandered and played among the trees until the daylight began to fade. The woods became gloomier and quieter and seemed to want to be left to themselves. All the detail in there that the artist has managed to get in. Absolutely amazing. Our mushroom hunt was over. We walked back across the fields, carrying our strange, wild treasure home. And there we have some beautiful illustrations of some various different mushrooms. There we go. So just remember that the red ones are definitely poisonous, but it's best not to pick any mushrooms if you don't know what they are, and certainly don't try eating them unless you're 100% sure you know exactly what they are. But have lots of fun going on a woodland walk and finding as many different varieties of mushrooms as you can. Bye guys.